Hello everyone, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus reading. We're going to use the Before Tarot for your bonus reading today. I'm still reeling a little bit from the What's Cracking reading. You know, sometimes when I do readings, they really strongly resonate with me. And I feel like 2020 was a fantastic year for realizing how hanging on to things is not healthy for you. I guess in our lives and I've talked to people about this a lot lately, you know, letting go of things, letting go of people, letting go of places, ideas, ways of doing, ways of being is so important for our own soul growth. But we tend to hang on to them because they're familiar, because we love them, because, you know, we figure letting go somehow, I don't know, somehow takes away from our very being. So we hang on, hoping that somehow or another things might change, things might be a little different. But of course we realize that it just holds our energy back. It just holds us. Again, are you serious with me? This happened in the What's Cracking reading, same card flipped over, different deck. And I figure, you know, I've been talking to a lot of people lately who've realized that because of the last year. And I guess many of us have been in a situation where we've had more time to think, we've had more time to contemplate. We realize life is very short, and if we don't sort of hop to it and get done what we want to get done, we have no idea what's going to happen in the future. So it's very much this energy with that What's Cracking reading of being able to release, forgive, let go, move on. Very beautiful, and you realize when you look back how much of that you've done in the past year. It really has flown. All right, let's get going. Nice split. All right, so we have the Hanged Man coming through. Well, that would sort of make sense, wouldn't it? Looking at things from a different perspective. And I just made mention of this in the What's Cracking reading. Because, you know, I work with a lot of people and I hear people saying things to me sometimes and I think you are hurting yourself. You are bringing harm to yourself thinking that way. For example, the forgiveness thing. I'm not forgiving others. Why should I have to let them go? And I'm like, you don't forgive others to release them from what they've done. It doesn't say that they are released. What it says is you are releasing them. And forgiveness is about you. It's about freeing your own soul up. It's about releasing energy and just understanding you're giving it back to that person. You're not really releasing them from what they've done. You're not saying to them what you did was not important. You're not saying to them what you did hurt me. What you're saying is, I forgive you so that I can become a better person. So I can move on from this. So the Hanged Man sort of talks, there's a lot of those energies that people sort of get the wrong way around. It's like the fighting for things, you know, having arguments with people and trying to stand your ground when in fact it's so much better to just walk away and allow things to go. You don't have to show your own value. If people don't recognize it, then that's just something you have to live with. But the Hanged Man sort of talks about this. It talks about seeing things from a different perspective. It talks about you looking at things differently. And what happens is, and a lot of this has come up this year, because of our social conditioning, because of the way we were raised as children, because of our educations, our governments, whatever it is, we get conditioned to think a certain way. We are taught that what we have been taught is the way. Now, what was it yesterday? I was talking to you about somebody and how it's influenced us along the way. So, for example, if you were taught as a child that it was wrong to shout and yell. So your parents, instead of saying to you, you're a child, just quieten down a little bit, or maybe inside voices or those sort of things, then you're teaching a child that it's appropriate and okay to shout, but not always in the arena they're in. So you're showing them that, you know, it's okay to shout and yell when you're around with your friends in the park, but when you're home with your family or whatever else, it may be better for you to keep a quieter voice. But what kids get told is, you're too noisy, shut up, don't speak. And children then grow up with this idea that speaking out being open, expressing themselves, all of those sort of things are wrong, because a child can't discern whether you're talking about the loudness of the voice or whether you're just telling them they're bad for being noisy. So they may grow up then holding back, not asserting themselves, not being who they are. And it becomes a mindset. And I hear a lot of people I coach say to me, I got it too. You're too sensitive, you're too noisy, too much. And I think you're not really understanding that that isn't about you. It was never about you. It was about the other person telling you. You made them uncomfortable when you were loud. You made them uncomfortable when you were sensitive. If you cried, you made them feel uncomfortable. It wasn't about you. So you become ashamed of crying in front of people. So the Hanged Man is very much about this energy. And this is the energy that's coming through very, very strongly this morning, is look at things from a different perspective. Don't think because you think that they are that way. Don't be righteous. Stop sometimes and think, is this the way things are? Or can I look at this in a different way? Because this is what the Hanged Man is saying. Take time out and start to see whatever you've got in your life at the moment that's bothering you or troubling you. Is it the way it is? Or is it just the way you were taught to see things? Always remember, somebody else has something to gain by conditioning you. Always remember that. Okay, so we have the Lovers card coming through. So the Lovers card is about a choice. It's also about two people being brought together by the heavens, by divine intervention. So the Lovers card is, I'm just going to have a look at the next card. Okay, I'm feeling like here that you've got somebody coming in here that wants to make some sort of offer to you of love. But I feel like for some unknown reason, you're not seeing this in the way you need to. The Four of Cups is about boredom. In the traditional tarot, of course, we see the cups on the ground. Here he's been offered all the cups. Maybe you've got lots of options. But I strongly feel that there is something the universe is asking you to look at here from a different perspective. Someone here looks as though they're coming in for you, perhaps, soon. Maybe this is something that's going to happen to you later on. And maybe you've got some sort of idea in your head here of how something like this should work out. And the universe is saying here, don't just jump to the conclusion that this is what it's about. It could be something completely different. You're being asked to see through something or see something in a very different way. Could be that you're dealing with a Leo, Sag or Aries here. Whoever this person is coming in to offer you something. They've been divinely guided to you here with the Lovers card. And I feel you are strongly being asked to at least give them time and space. Now, if you're going to write underneath, I don't want this person, I'd rather not talk to this person, then that is your choice. Maybe this is not your reading. Think about that. Think about it like the Hanged Man. If it isn't for you, then it probably isn't. If you don't want to talk to somebody, then you do not have to. But what the universe is saying here to the people who feel that this resonates with them is that please look at this from a different perspective. You have some sort of choice coming here in regards to someone that may require you to see things from a different perspective. I sort of feel like some of you may be really upset or angry with someone that you've been dealing with in the past. And maybe that's why I'm doing the conversation around forgiveness. Perhaps there is some element of that that's going to apply to you going forward. Maybe you do have to forgive someone. But remember, you're not forgiving them for you. For them, sorry, you're forgiving them for you. All right, let's see where we're going with this. Oh, holy dooly, I can't get away from it. The Tower. I have people go, oh no, when they see this card. I'm like, it's really not that bad. This can be an epiphany. It can be a wake-up moment. It can be a call from the universe just to look at things in a very different perspective. This is about grounding yourself. It's about plowing down your old views, your old way of seeing things. It's about opening yourself up to something new and rebuilding. Something in this situation here and something through these two readings is saying to me that you have taken some sort of idea, some sort of way of being, and you have made it your own. And the universe is really strongly saying here, you have to release some of these old ideas of ways of being or doing. I had a talk with someone yesterday about the word marriage and about marry, because neither of those words is in the Bible. So it's quite interesting that it's become a very religious thing, because getting married originally, tying together the knot with someone, jumping the broomstick, was a pagan ceremony. So how many of you believe differently to that? But if you are bound to something and you believe in it, then it's really hard to let go of. And the Tower is here to say it may not be how it is. It may be you need to look at things differently here. So let's see what else is coming out for you here. All right, so we have the Eight of Wands. You've got communication coming in from someone. You are focused on some way or some way of being or doing here. You have a narrow view here of something that has to go. It's not serving you any longer. And you're getting some sort of communication in regards to deleting this idea. Something is going to help you build things up. All right, so we have the Nine of Wands coming through. I love this one because I always think the wolf in sheep's clothing here. The Nine of Wands is a card that talks about a wounded person. It's very often that they've accepted or not had good, healthy boundaries in their life, and people have walked all over them. And there comes a point when this person says no more. And the choice is here to either build a fortress around yourself and close yourself in so nobody can hurt you anymore, or move on to the next stage and allow stuff to disappear. And this is what happens in the Nine of Wands. You've done it too many times now. The universe is saying the choice is move on, go to the next stage. Don't allow this to happen to you again. All right, so we have the Page of Wands coming through. Lot of wands here, lot of wands energy. Three of Swords coming through. And don't forget we're doing the Before Tarot. So no swords in the heart here. And we have more wands. It's really impressive when you get a lot of one particular card on the table, because when it's wands, it's a very passionate, hot-blooded, fiery energy that comes through, which is awesome. And then you've got the Three of Swords right in the middle of it. Someone hurt you here that you felt very, very passionate about. Someone cut you deeply. Someone that you felt incredibly, incredibly passionate for. I feel that there's a very strong feeling here that you possibly had some sort of idea of moving forward with this person. There's very much this energy of seeing something in the future, some sort of stability, some sort of union, some sort of energy of building something with somebody. And I look here and I think this person either has hurt you more than once, or you've been hurt by other people, and this person has been the final straw, the straw that's broke the camel's back. And what is bringing in this energy for you here? This energy of changing the way you see things. I feel like somebody is coming back here after some sort of conflict. Somebody wants to repair something here that perhaps they feel responsible for. There is a genuine feeling that somebody is trying to contact you here to make amends. Let's see where we're going. All right, possibly dealing with a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio here. The Ten of Cups is here, which is really nice energy to release the rest of the energy. But we have the Five of Cups as well. So I feel here somebody may want to either apologize or put something right that they did what they see as wrong by you in the past. This is really a good thing because they're clearing this energy. Do I think this is about reconciling or coming together with someone? No, I don't feel it's like that at all. I don't feel that you are rebuilding with someone. I think somebody is just wanting to clear the energy with you. Let's just go back and have a look. All right, so they're asking you here to see something a different way. I feel like you're being given a choice here as to whether you take this cup or whether you move forward. I feel when I look at this pack that it's most likely that you are not really wanting to accept any offers from this person, but you would be willing to offer resolution, peace, accept their kindness and put things right. It's when the Ten of Cups comes around, it's about putting things right in the universe. But I think for others of you here, there may be some disappointment in this, and maybe because you're not going into the Hanged Man energy to understand what you're, look at this, the Lover's card just jumped straight out on me again. There is something in this situation which is really relevant to you breaking down some old ideas here with the Tower. I feel like this is some sort of situation that is being brought in for you to understand the power of forgiving, to be able to move on. Something here, you're locked into some way of thinking about something that is not serving you here. It's some sort of conditioning, some way of thinking about things. Now, this could be a father figure for some of you, so I don't want to discount that this may not be a romantic relationship. This may well be a friendship or a situation that you have felt hurt by in the past. I feel this person hurt you very deeply, but I feel like they are understanding that now. Maybe they were hurt too. Maybe they need to understand from this situation. And I feel like there was a lot of love here and a lot of passion. But something here needs to be set right in the universe. And the universe is working towards that. Look, forgiveness, take my cup. All right, so somebody has been keeping some sort of eye on you here. Wanting to know when the time is right to step up and speak truth. Rightio. This is truth coming in to help free you from something. Help free you from some sort of past event that's kept you sort of trapped. I feel that this person is coming in to either say sorry or to put something right, to explain something here. I feel like there is some sort of energy of like being able to put this behind you here. For some of you, this may be love being offered, but I'm not really sure that you're wanting to accept that at this time. Oh, wow. Very deep, meaningful sort of reading here. All right, we're going to read from the Lightworker Oracle. Alana Fairchild. I've not used this deck, so I haven't... oh, I may have done, actually. I may have done. But I haven't really... I haven't bonded, let's say. We haven't built a relationship. We're just acquaintances. So we'll see how we go here. All right, they're asking me just to pick one at random, so I will. And we have the card of Earth Healing coming through here, which is card 38. That number rings something for me this morning. Seems to be a little bit of resonance with that number. All right. You are making a real contribution to the planet through your spiritual journey. Remember this and believe that your needs will be generously met by the earth and the universe. What you are doing matters and you will be supported. This is unconditional love. Really beautiful, isn't it? So it talks about here learning the value of unconditional love. And it talks about doing what's right to build the universe, to add, because your presence on the earth is so important. But I'm going to read the invocation for you here because I think it's really beautiful. It says, through unconditional love, I am empowered to live my divine destiny. I trust in my gifts and talents. I know that all I need for divine success shall be provided for me. I think this is absolutely beautiful. So this is about the joy you're finding from accepting what comes at you in your life. So whether this has been something that's been really difficult for you or not, there's been a beautiful lesson and will be a beautiful lesson given to you here to help you rebuild yourself. I'm going to leave you with that. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Thank you.